Well, here we go. I'm not sure whether we're live yet or not, but we're going to have a go anyway. Welcome to a belated pop-up. Today we are talking about questions you ask yourself to dig in to the big why. Why are you wanting to be a speaker? What's important about that for you? Now, some of you will have experienced doing the 7 levels deep exercise with me. And this is where we have a real test. Because when you start off doing the, why is being a speaker important to you? Oh, well, that's easy. I've got a message I want to share. Okay. Still very much a head thought, isn't it? Why is it important for you to share your message? Actually, while you're thinking about that, I'm going to grab a piece of paper. If you've got one, get a bit of paper too. This is an interesting exercise to do. So I'm going to get you to fold it in half. Put your creases in. That's your first question. Why is it important for you to be a speaker? And your answer was, I've got a message to share. Next question. Why is it important for you to share your message? And we fold again. Question number 2. So why is it important for you to share your message? Well, my message is important because I've been through some stuff that I don't want anybody else to go through. Okay. Why is it important that other people don't go through the same stuff as you've been through? Question number 3. By the way, it doesn't matter what size of piece of paper you use. We're still getting to the same end. So question number 3, why is it important that other people don't go through the same situations, crap, whatever else you want to call it? Because I don't want other people to go through the same crap that I did. Yeah, you've already answered that. Can you see now we're starting to get a little bit of a brain fry? First 3 or 4 questions are definitely up in the head. But once you start getting a little deeper, the logical brain goes, hey, I don't know. And that's exactly it. You don't know, but dig a little deeper and you can start to feel. Why is it important that other people don't go through the same crap as me? I want to feel as though my experience was worth it. It wasn't in vain. Answer number 4. Okay. So this is actually about you not wanting your crap to have been in vain. Okay. Now we're starting to get down into the deep bits, aren't we? Why is it important for you to feel that your crap wasn't in vain? There was a purpose to it. Yeah, same answer. Why is that important? That there was purpose behind your experience. Getting in deep into the feels, aren't we? It's important to feel that my crap was not in vain. There was a purpose behind it, so that I've got some validation for it. Okay, Now we're getting to a very small bit, and we're struggling to fold it more. Again, this is because the head really is not involved now. The heart is purely involved. And so far, we've got 5 folds. There's still another couple left to go, in theory. Where are we going with this? We've got to, I want to feel validated. I want my experience to be validated. Why is it important for your experience to be validated? Oh, because I want to make sure that nobody else goes through it. We're going round in a loop here, aren't we? Definitely in the fields, aren't we? Why is it important that your experience is validated? It shows me that I matter. I matter. In theory, there's another fold in there. I don't know that I can get one in there. It shows me that I matter. And why is that important, that I matter? Because for me, that is a flip in the script of my earliest memory. So there you go. That's a very personal deep dive into why I am a speaker. Yep, in theory, you could do one more fold, but I don't think I physically can. So we're now into the deep, deep feels. And you'll have discovered then that the rational thing, I want to speak because this is really important. My message is really important. Absolutely. It's very definitely head-based, it's rational, but underlying it all are the feels, are the real heart-based things. And that you can use this example, you can use this exercise with anything that you're considering, whether it be the existential questions. Why am I here? What is my purpose in life? Why am I a speaker? Why do I want to buy that new bed? All these different things you can use. If you want to play with it to start with until you get used to the idea, do a fun one that there's no stress or there's no sort of real angst around it. Why am I having mac and cheese for tea? You can have some fun with this. Get used to the idea. And then when it comes to something a little bit more important, a bit more with a bit more gravitas, then it's not going to be a scary thing to look at. Now, why is this important for you as a speaker? Because it gets into the feels of why you're doing what you're doing. It's your big why. I matter. And that's important for me to share that message. And because I know I matter, I want other people to know that they matter as well, which is where my root comes from. My root feeling, my root motivation, if you will. Have a feel, and I mean a feel, of your deep drivers. Acknowledge them, welcome them. We're taught conditionally, we're socially conditioned that we are to be altruistic, that everything has to be for other people's benefits. Well, that's probably a layer 2 or 3 up. But to start with, the really deep stuff is all around us as individuals. Because when we get our needs met, then, oxygen mask, then we can fulfill other people's needs. This is important for you as a speaker to understand your drivers, your emotional needs, because then you can come at your speaking from a position of tremendous authenticity. And that's what people find attractive. Whenever we've done set up a group of new speakers, the first thing I ask them is, who are your role models? Sorry, Who are your role models? And what about them attracts you to them? We had one famous group that started off with Joe Rogan, Brené Brown, and Mother Teresa. Now that's an interesting combination. I'd like to see those on Your Words Have Power, huh? Every single one of them was authentic. And that's what attracted the speakers to those as role models. They may have different styles, but they were all authentic to who they were. And this is why it's very important to get your understanding of your own deep drivers. So when you know where you're coming from, then you're authentic with your message, and your audience appreciates it, knows that you're coming from that authentic place. And then you're more attractive. You attract your tribe, your community, and that's where we've been going for the last few weeks. So my invitation to you is to play with the 7 levels deep. If you need to get a piece of paper, you can do, because you can, when you unravel it, you can see the folds, and those folds can provide a bit of structure. And the structure is where you map out your message that you can then flow through. See, it's all tied in, isn't it? So have a play. Work out your own drivers, and then you can be that wonderfully authentic speaker. For now, bye from me, and we'll try and get it on 8 o'clock next week as usual. Bye for now.